All right, let's open up a fresh shell and get to work. This is Module 6, Lesson 4, the WANEdge Lab, where we're going to take a single router sitting at the edge of our network and turn it into the doorway that lets our LAN reach the internet. By the end of this session, we'll have a host behind that router successfully pinging 8.8.8.8, and we'll get there by stacking three features in order: DHCP, NAT, and a default route. So here's the lay of the land. R1 is our edge router. 0 faces inward to the 190.168.1.024 LAN, and GR01 faces outward to the ISP with a public address of 203.0.0.2. Inside is private, outside is public, and R1 is the translator in the middle. The job is simple to state: hand out addresses on the inside, hide them behind that outside IP, and give R1 somewhere to send the traffic. DHCP, NAT, default route. First feature on the stack, DHCP. We start by excluding 192.168.1.1 from the pool. Because that address already belongs to R1's inside interface, we don't want to hand the gateway's IP to a laptop. Then we create a pool called LAN, pointed at the 119.168.1.1.024 network, set the default router to R1 itself, and give clients 8.8.8.8 for DNS. That's the inside fully self-serving addresses now. With addressing handled, we move outward. We tag GR0 as NAT inside and GR01 as NAT outside, so the router knows which direction to translate. Access list 1 picks up anything from 192.168.1.0.24, and the IPNAT inside source line with the overload keyword gives us PAT, every internal host sharing R1's public interface on GR01. Finally, a quad 0 static route hands off everything unknown to the ISP at 200.0.3.1. That's our ticket to the internet. Now the satisfying part, watching it all light up. Show IP DHCP binding should list a LAN host with a fresh lease from our pool. Show IP NAT translations will populate the moment that host browses anywhere, proving PAT is doing its job. Show IP route needs to display that sdefault route pointing at the ISP, and the real test, ping 8.8.8.8 from a PC. If replies come back, DHCP, NAT, and that default route are working together as one clean internet edge. And that's the WANEdge in one clean session. DHCP handing out leases, NAT translating to the public address, and a default route pushing everything out to the internet. Next up is the module recap, where we'll tie Lesson 5 back into the bigger M06 picture before moving on. If this clicked for you, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so the recap lands in your feed. Full course is on Dargslan.com. See you in the next one.